Hey everybody, thanks for watching this short video on going to camp as a counselor. I want to ask you a question to start off. Why are you going? We all have different reasons for wanting to go to camp. Some of us are going because our kids are going. Some of us are going because we've gone previously and we're motivated by it. Some of us just think it's going to be a fun time. Why are you going? It's a question to answer for yourself because there's going to be various times during the week where you wonder, why did I sign up for this? It's not bad. It's just something that happens. You're going to get tired. Maybe a kid's going to drive you nuts. Maybe you're going to get homesick. I don't know. But each of us are going for a different reason. And I want you to think about that why. I've gone for several years because I know that this can be a life-changing moment for children. I was called to ministry at a camp/retreat. My wife was saved at a camp. This has made a big difference in our lives and who we are today because of the existence of church camps, even for kids or youth. So that's why I'm going. Yes, it is my job, but I would still be going to kids camp because it makes a big difference. So why are you going? Once you figured that out, let me tell you this. I can tell you why you need to be going from a church standpoint. We need guardians. We need a legal guardian, and this is your main function as a cabin leader, as a counselor. You are keeping kids safe at camp. We can't do it without adults. So that's the main thing you're doing here is you're a guardian for the kids. And the second thing that you are is a spiritual mentor of sorts. You are making camp matter. This is more than just a fun week. You are going to facilitate life change. You might be thinking, well, I didn't sign up for that. No, really, you will be doing that. God's going to use you in some ways to speak to some kids' lives. So you're a legal guardian, you're a spiritual mentor. Those are the two things you'll be doing as a counselor. Big picture, camp is for the camper. It's really not for you. This is a day where it's not going to be about you. It's going to be for the children. So what does that mean on a practical level? Now, this is not the time to spend a week talking to your boyfriend on the phone or texting your girlfriend. Help your campers focus on Jesus by not chasing any romantic pursuits, okay? It's also not the place for catching up with your adult friends here from church. We have great relationships as a volunteer team, but we're not here to hang out. So there will be time for adult recreation, but we're not just going to sit around as adults and chat all afternoon or all, okay? Camp is a place where you are a parent. Even if you're not biologically a parent, you are the guardian. You're the parent. You're the mom. You're the dad. And I'm going to tell the kids that much before we head off to camp. I'm going to say, this is your temporary mom or dad. What that means for you is you get to have your rules. You'll have your kids, and it's okay to have slightly different rules than other groups. So you might say, hey kids, we are all going to do X. Maybe you want them all to sit together at this table over here, or we're going to have a special prayer time over here. You can do that. You're the guardian. They're your kids, okay? Parents are trusting you with their most precious possession, their child. So do whatever it takes to keep them safe as the legal guardian, help them enjoy the week. The schedule is available from the district, and they will show you things like the map and where to go and when to be there, so you don't need to worry about that just yet. But I am going to give you a hint on some things that you'll want to bring. For instance, I always bring a watch and a clock. I like to have a clock in my room, or I'll put a clock in my kids' room so they can see the time. Most kids don't have watches, and so they can't. When you say, hey, lunch is at 11 o'clock, when's that? So I usually bring a cheap $5 clock, and I just put it in a kid's room so they can have a way to see, oh, it's 5 o'clock. Personally, I'll bring a watch. I'll talk to you about phones in a bit, but I bring a watch so it can be with me all the time. I'll bring hangers. I want to hang up my wet and smelly stuff so that it can dry out, towels can dry it out. I actually bring box fans for wet swimsuits. If you've ever been in a room with wet boy swim pants, that's awful. You don't want to do that. So, might bring a fan. Sometimes you'll bring air freshener or hand soap or a night light. Those are all just little things that you might bring just to help make the kids' accommodations a little easier. Again, the church will provide a lot of this stuff, but if you bring some of it as a counselor, that might help you make a good connection with some kids that maybe are scared of the dark or just smell bad. I don't know. Things not to bring. The kids are not allowed to bring electronics. So their video games, those have to stay home. Their cell phones, I mean, they can bring their phones. They are permitted, but highly discouraged. Why? Because they get stolen and broken. It happens all the time. So I'll tell the parents that up front. You're going to tell the kids. Some parents will send their kids with them anyway, or those little watches so that they can send text. Hey, something's going to happen to them. So I always tell the parents, if you have an emergency, call us as the adults and we can find your kids. But if you're going to send your kid with electronics, it's probably going to get broken. Other things not to bring, two-piece swimsuits for the ladies. They need to be one-piece swimsuits, and bad attitudes. You can leave those at home. For discipline issues, just a couple of reminders, things that I think are common sense, but maybe aren't common sense for everybody. Whenever curfew is, whenever light outs is, you want to enforce that. Have fun during the day, but protect those sleep times so that you don't have cranky kids. Cranky kids, that's the worst. All right, so if you have to be the meanie and get them to go to sleep at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, whatever the timeout is, enforce it. All right. A trick that I did as a counselor is I read the Bible, chapters and chapters and chapters until the kids fall asleep. It works great. No pillow fights. Just don't allow it. Kids will put stuff in their pillows. Somebody's going to get hurt, and then you're going to be going to the nurse, and you're going to be in trouble. So just don't even go there. Don't allow picking on each other or really any kind of social isolation. If a kid's not being included, pull them into the group. We want every child to feel like they have a friend. So I just don't let kids, be by themselves. Some kids don't want to participate in a particular activity, which is okay, but we want them to feel included, like they're still part of the group. So I encourage kids to do stuff as groups, not one-on-one. Homesickness, very normal. So use personal attention and distract them. I call it scheduled distraction. Make sure they have regular things to look forward to. Hey, this afternoon we're going to go do the water slide, and then later tonight we're going to go to do the glow night, and then give them something to look forward to so they're not remembering what they're missing. Bedwetting, it happens. If it happens, be discreet and help build trust with that child. You can build a lot of trust by going out of your way to make sure that it is taken care of discreetly. If kids bring things that are not allowed, turn it in to the office, and you can return it personally to the parents at the pickup. Again, just own it. They're your kids, so if they brought something they're not supposed to, take it away, put it in the office, and then give it back to the parents. Say, hey, Johnny brought a pocket knife, and we didn't allow pocket knives at the camp. Okay. A couple other tips. Require your kids to shower at night, even if they say they already did. You do not want sweaty, smelly kids. So I just tell the boys every night, hey, everybody has to shower. Time to shower. Let's go do it. You want to make sure your kids shower. Have a bedtime and morning routine starting day one. The kids need sleep, and you will too. More sleep equals less drama and less fights. So have a bedtime and a morning routine, whatever that is. Start your bedtime routine, have the kids shower, get ready for bed, brush their teeth, whatever. They can be in bed at X time and quiet at Y time. I'd recommend a buddy system for all free time activities. We don't want kids to be alone at camp, so games and activities should be done in groups. If you see a loner from our church, pick them up, reattach them to a group, right? We want all our kids to be together. It just keeps us safer and it makes sure that the kids are having fun. I recommend using a fan to dry out any wet swimsuits or towels. If you've got photos or videos, and please, please, please take photos and videos of the kids, please send them to a staff member so that we can post those on our kids' Facebook page for parents to see. Do not post pictures of minors on your personal Facebook without parent permission. Some parents don't want that, and if you are to post those on your own, you're liable for that. So please send your photos and videos through the church so that we can post those on church-appropriate medium. Any other random rules they can think of? On our way up, if kids do bring phones or video devices, they may not watch PG-13 movies if they've brought some device, like say their phone. So if you see them doing it, just pull it. Say, hey, sorry, I can't watch that. Why? Because they're not 13, okay? The bus driver's rules, music choices, loudness tolerance, that is the law. So respect the bus driver, enforce them, help that be like a unified feel. All right. We are going to do a couple of things as a team, and every year is a little different, but as a team, we're going to help register the kids. As a team, we're going to drop off the kids. So you'll be in touch with me, and I will let you know some of the ways that we're going to organize it so the parents see their kids are going to be taken care of and they're going to be released in an orderly fashion. So stay tuned for details on that. If you do have any immediate questions that haven't been answered in this video, feel free to reach out to me, but I'm going to try to keep this short by ending it here. Thanks again so much for joining this year's group of cabin leaders. You won't regret it. It's going to make a huge difference, not just in the kids' lives, it's going to change yours too. See you later.